Hello and welcome to yet another language selector screen, where they've got English, German, Spanish, French, Italian, Polish, Brazilian Portuguese. Everybody who lives in Portugal can get fucked, apparently. I believe that's Russian, Japanese, and simplified Mandarin, but I could be wrong about that. Actually, I assume that anybody who speaks European Portuguese, there we go, yes. Portuguese, as is in Portugal, will probably be okay with that. So, and or maybe it's very common for them to have a second language. I do not know. Actually, I suspect that quite a lot of the world where English is not the first language, it's not uncommon, because those of us who speak English as a first language, shut up. Come on. I guess you could go back in some like historical areas and be like Indo-European. Anyway, what I was going to say is that those of us for whom English is the first language, we are extremely bad about learning other languages and like learning to communicate. We force the world to bend the knee to us. Anyway, I speak English the best out of these 10 options. And quite frankly, I wouldn't even say that that's pretty good. So we'll take that. Although, it's probably better than my Klingon, that's for sure. We'd highly recommend you take a moment to play the tutorial. We've done our best to make it as short and to the point as possible. Let me guess, all it says is don't die. Actually, I don't know if that's true. Everybody, this is FTL, Faster Than Light. As you can see, this game is from 2012. And I have not played it until now. Don't know how it ended up that way. I want to say I only purchased it very recently. Can I read that in my Steam thing real quick? Game I want to see when I bought it. Tell me that information from here. Well, I did only install it very recently anyway, yeah. Installed content updated February 21st, 2026. So I installed it very recently and just kind of sat on my hands about it for a while. And then eventually was just like, yeah, actually, you know what? I'm going to stream my first time of it and embarrass myself in front of everybody else. And yeah, I just said that there were certain levels to which I would not be embarrassing myself. Let me try checking my purchase history. I was hoping I could just get that information just straight from the page itself, but unfortunately, no such luck. Actions. Oh, I got this in December 2014. For $250, it was 75% off. I'm curious as to... I did that. I probably saw Brysolf play it, but I don't know if he was playing it very regularly at that time. Anyway. Yeah, I just was curious, because it's like, oh, did I literally just buy that earlier this year or some shit? And it is not the case that I did not do that. I've owned it for over 10 years, and I've just now started to pick it up. So, yeah, this is a roguelike where we pilot a spaceship. And our goal is to not die, as is usually the case. The Federation is currently being torn apart by vicious rebels. Your ship is carrying data vital to the defense of the Federation. We'll be traveling through dangerous sectors of the galaxy with the Rebel fleet in hot pursuit. Make it to the exit beacon of each sector before the Rebels can catch you. I would like to know what the deal is with these Rebels. Or are we just sort of quietly rooting for the Empire here a little bit? Focus of a typical game view. It's our ship, the Kestrel. Are all of them named after birds? I don't think so. Well, we'll find out together, because I know only a little bit about it, except like, hey, spaceship travel, roguelike. I'm gonna be quite honest with you, dude. I don't think the algorithms actually know what anybody likes to any great extent, and they tend to just recommend things that are popular, and FTL has stayed very popular over the years. In fact, I've got buddies who still play it. I know that Furon Burgundy has a, friend of the show who is very rarely here because he streams and, he's, I was gonna say he's gainfully employed, but I think that he's just got life, and unfortunately, my man is no longer in radio because radio jobs basically don't exist anymore. I feel bad for him. Plus, I mean, being a black streamer on Twitch is like, oh, that's gotta be tough. I'm at least glad the dude has an audience. Anyway, he's been playing it recently and checking out ships that he's never checked out before, so... yeah, this game, that's my metric, is that I know somebody who's still playing this game and it's over 15 years old. But, yeah, I don't think the algorithm truly understands exactly what people like. It's just like, oh, well, the tags and, oh, this is popular. I sometimes will get recommended shit like, man, months ago, Steam was trying to be like, oh yeah, you should definitely play Where Winds Meet, and it's like, oh yeah, sure, I'll get right on that after I go lay in front of a fucking train. All right? There's like a lot of the big popular games right now. For a while it was like that about Arc Raiders too, and it's just like, I'd rather stick my finger in an electrical socket than do that. I haven't checked yet to see if it's trying to recommend me to play Crimson Desert, which apparently seems to be riddled with even more AI content than Arc Raiders, so, that's like, oh, I'd rather stick my dick in an electrical socket, so I digress. And it's not like robot fucker kind of things. Anyway, so, the circular icons at the bottom of the screen are your ship's primary systems. Systems use power from the reactor pointed at by the arrow. So, what do we got here? We got some shields, we got some engines, as you would probably like to have. Med bay. I figured that'd be more like just general life support systems, but that's probably covered under O2. And weapons. We do not have any weapons at the moment. Or at least they're unpowered. So I guess if we wanted to prep our guns, we'd have to actually do that, and we'd have to wait for them to charge. So if we wanted to get into a fight, we better be, if we're spoiling for a fight, we better have our shit all together at the time, right? These are your ship's subsystems. Unlike systems, they do not require power from the reactor. Well, that's nice and easy. Piloting requires a crew member to evade in combat or jump. Level 1 needs pilot function. Okay, so we're good on that. Enables view of all rooms and info for enemy ships. Ooh, Andy. Doors allow for remote opening / closing of doors. That's a pretty useful thing. I think we'd rather have that than just having to have one of our crew members go up and hit a door themselves, because otherwise then it just sort of devolves into like Space Station 13, except Space Station 14 is out there trying to shoot your ass. Note, I only played Space Station 13 for a very short period of time. Eons ago. Somebody looped me into it, and it's somebody I no longer have contact with. But, I digress. Hover your mouse over any system icon to get more information about the system. Each system's corresponding room will light up. Alright, so... saying light up is a bit of a stretch, but they do have icons there, so at least there's that going. The hull meter, shield level, and current resources are on the top left. If your hull meter is reduced to 0, you're dead, Jim. Should get going, but it looks like your engines are currently powered down. Yeah, we'll deal with that in a second. Yeah, there's our engine meter over there. Can we just press S? There we go. Vital system's fully powered. Power systems. Uh-oh. Our engine took damage out of nowhere. System icons become red to show it's broken. Our hull is also taking damage. Well, I suppose it's to be expected. Alright, yep. Hey guys. Right click on the room to send him there. Yep. Kind of your RTS controls a little bit. Yeah, so they'll just automatically fix things as they go. Okay, good. So it'll try to recharge itself as soon as possible. Systems can be manned by crew members to provide a small bonus to the system. Okay, good to know. So I'll note that our shields are unpowered. Unmanned. Oh, I thought I did click on that one. Maybe not. Might want to close that again. Right, you go back over. Oh, right. Right click to send them over. Don't be a fool. Remember how to use the buttons, you know? Jump consumes 1 fuel. That fuel, you'll be stranded and unable to jump. Alright. Ship marks your current location. Fair enough. So we can just look at these and see what sort of information they tell us. We should probably get closer to that exit. I think that might be ideal. But we could also be likely to get our asses whooped over there. Okay, tell me about option 2. Spacebar or middle mouse to pause the game anytime to strategize, give commands, or reallocate your power. Alright. Enemy ship by left clicking on it. Okay, let's aim straight for the face. Two-shot laser shields. Every 2 power bars in your shield system nets you 1 more shield. Gotcha. Some more help getting through shields. Alright. Thank you for the gold missiles there. An available weapon slot. Shooting expands your missile stock. Missiles pierce through all enemy shields. Ah, yes, I see what you're laying down here. Ah, we missed. Alright, let's see what we're doing here. Do I have to re-click that? Yes, I do. Okay. We noted. Yeah, there we go. Shields are down, and so is the whole ship. Salvage, you gain from left to right some fuel, missiles, scrap, and another weapon. The reward resource icons correspond to your resources reserves along the top of the screen. Yeah, as you'd expect, right? So we get 100 scrap, so that'll be our currency, right? Is that a good choice? Because we'd probably like some missiles in case we encounter another shielded ship, yeah? Oh, you know what, tutorial? You're the boss. Oh. Okay, so we also use this to buy our upgrades, so... Is there weapon control? There we go. Stuff like this, and yeah, I mean, I did probably a little bit more than they asked me to, but that'll be fine. Final tip, you can rearrange your weapons in the weapon system toolbar by clicking and dragging. If your weapon system is damaged, this order determines the order in which they are depowered, right to left. Gotcha. All right, well, that probably told us something-ish. Well, let's get out there and hopefully not get our asses kicked too much. To unlock a new ship, you have two options. Find and complete a unique quest within the game world. These will often start in the homeworld sectors. Alternatively, you can beat the game with the previous ship in the list to unlock the next. I gotcha, so we can start digging into some of this stuff later. Looks like the Lanius and the unidentified user.
In space, everyone can hear you getting your ass kicked.
It's true. Thank you, Roundy, for the resub. I appreciate it. 12 months, a grand total of 1 year of subscription. Very kindly, I appreciate you, my friend. Humans are common and uninteresting. Well, that's rude. Although, honestly, I've been around a couple of them before. We're going to leave our basic crewmates here of Markel, Vitus Varnus, there we go, and Beth. The very normally named Beth. Advanced edition content. Oh, recommended for experienced players. Well, that's absolutely fine. Oh, and Irene, thank you for a resub as well.
I was supposed to send that message. Have this instead. It's much more boring. On the other hand, the sound is catchy tilde.
Apparently, I am this close to a hype train. I mean, I feel like, okay, yes, it's a level 1 hype train, but that seems really easy. Anyway. We're going to just take a shot at this on easy, and we're not renaming the ship either. We're going to just hope that we can, you know, that we'll be able to get a little bit of a foothold on things, 'cause of reasons. Pressing plus or minus will let you change the event text size. Yep. Oh, funnily enough, pressing plus makes it smaller. Good controls, game. How incredibly strange. Anyway, the The data you carry is vital to the remaining Federation fleet. You'll need supplies for the journey. So make sure to explore each sector before moving on to the next. But get to the exit before the pursuing Rebel fleet can catch up. Okay, then. We're going to get... We're hoping for some fun stuff here. What do we got going on here? The nebula here will make fleet pursuit slower, but will disrupt your sensors. That seems a little bit of questionable place I want to go. Thank you, Round the Wheel, for the gift sub to Yartza. Yartza? Go with the Yartza. I think I prefer that pronunciation for some reason. We're heading over this way. Over yon.
In Soviet Russia, you eat mimic. This is not a Freeran joke, but it should be.
Oh, I wanted to hear if it was going to choke weirdly on Freeran as a name. I still haven't seen that, but I haven't watched any anime in... Oh boy! I haven't watched anime since 2016. And in fact, I can tell you what the last thing I watched was. If anybody wants to hear stories like that. Anyway, let's read the text first. Upon completing your jump, you receive a message from a nearby ship. Greetings and welcome to our beacon. For a small fee, we'll let you continue on your way. We can either pay 15 scrap to pay the troll toll, and alternately, we can reject their offer, and we can probably get it. We can probably have a rough go, but on the other hand, this absolutely sounds like a fucking scam, so let's do this. Too bad, you will regret this decision. I don't know what exactly any of those voices are, but hey. We're gonna pause for a sec, and... we know what we're about here. We are assigning our Artemis shots over to yonder shield generators and laser beams at their oxygen supplies. Ooh, nice. Okay, so it looks like their O2 is down, so that's pretty good. And their shields are out, and so are those things. We're gonna try to take out all their systems if we can. And it looks like we got away from this borderline scot-free. We took one hull damage, and that's it. The ship explodes, leaving behind a substantial collection of useful scrap material. There's no oil here, but we did get some missiles, and we got a drone parts. A drone part, more presumably. Using a drone consumes one... A drone? I haven't seen that yet, so... We'll find out what that's kind of like. A ship with conspicuous pirate markings is orbiting a nearby moon, broadcasting a simple message claiming to have equipment for sale. Yes, I do enjoy a bit of pirate radio. We'll give them a call, and we will request, what am I going to request? What song are we putting onto the airwaves here? I believe it's going to be Land of Confusion by Genesis. And they say, yes, we have an extensive stock. Come aboard and see our wares. That's a good way for us to get killed. This seems like an even better way for us to get killed, but hey. As soon as you start to reverse your ship, the pirate reveals hidden weaponry and sets off in pursuit. You'll have to fight him to escape. Well, I guess he did say he had guns on board, so... what do you know? Not much is the answer to that. And so we give him the old, little bit of this business, and our engines are down, huh? Alright, crewmates, get yourselves over there. Over theirs, and I probably don't need to fire any more missiles, to be fair. The enemy ship appears to be powering up its FTL. It's trying to escape! Well, we did wound its engines a little bit, and... yeah, no, you're not getting out of here, buddy. Ooh. Alright, so we got 2 missiles back, so no harm, no foul there. We got a little bit of scrap. We got some extra fuel, and more importantly, I think, or certainly more interestingly, we got an augment scrap recovery arm. What can you tell me about that thing? Allows the ship to collect 10% more scrap from any source. Ooh, nice. Alright, you guys go and repair that thing. And why don't you go back up to the pilot seat there? Ooh, what's this thing? It's one of these. With a magnifying glass. I almost said an eyeglass. Technically kind of true, but thank you to everybody who supported the stream just there. Like, everyone who all threw in some money to get that hype train to happen. I appreciate it. And in theory, the people who will in several months get to see me potentially purchase something that crops up on sale with any of that, like, $60 whenever the Twitch payment comes through in about 12 years or whatever. They also appreciate it, or maybe they'll just be disappointed in me because I'll do something stupid with it. Who knows? A Federation encrypted signal is being broadcast from a nearby planet. That's probably a TARP, but let's send ourselves a crew to get some info here. You find a secret Federation outpost. They're regrettably out of supplies, but are eager to tell you of another secret base. They give us the coordinates, and they add a quest marker to our map. That sounds pretty neat. So there's a distress beacon over yonder. Let's go check this out. It appears the distress beacon is coming from the surface of a nearby moon. Sensors are picking up a single life form. Well, it's surely not an army of angry robots ready to kill me. You find a colony that seems to have been recently attacked. Exploring the devastation, you find a lone survivor. Ooh, that sounds kind of rough. Well, we can either invite him to join our crew, or we can just drop him off at a random nearby planet. I think we're going to add Charlie to our crew here. He was a pilot before being stranded. He happily offers his services for a time in exchange for getting off that rock. Huh, that's weird, because it did show up for me, but that's technology for you. Very, very weird. But hey, neat. Also neat, we got that guy in our team. Now, we could just leave, but there's also a quest beacon over there that I want to go check out. Let's see what's up. We've got an auto scout of some kind. An advanced rebel automated ship remains stationed near a small rebel space station. Sensors indicate it's a storage vessel for military goods. Sure, let's go kick its ass. That's right. You guys may or may not have lunch money. I want in on this. It took me a second to see what that was until I zoomed in on it properly. It's a button mashing emote. Ooh, there's fire. Y'all should probably try to put that out. Sure, fire a missile at that thing. And I mean, truth be told, that is probably enough in terms of any of that. I'm not really interested in using the missiles right now, because we should probably keep our supplies, you know, where they're at if we can. We get a little bit of scrap iron from that. The station was either abandoned or stripped clean. It seems to have lain unused for quite some time. You find nothing useful. Well, shit. Why can't we just take apart the, why can't we take apart any of the station? Come on, surely there's got to be like a loose crate or something in here, right? And we can still not be able to do anything with that, but whatever. Okay, I'm gonna have to go around to get to that quest beacon, it seems. Our quest destination, if you... By the time you notice the rebel ship behind the beacon, it's too late to avoid a fight. Well... who earns? I was yelling boo earns. Drones. Let's try to take that out. Ultimately, I probably should also be aiming for their weapon systems a little bit more frequently. I readily admit that I've been really bad at doing that with any of the Nasty Boys ships. You get a frantic message. Take everything we have, just don't kill us! Alright, yeah, give me your money. That's alright, just ignore us when we come through again, because I'm probably going to be taking the worst possible path to get back to where I gotta go, guys. Detect an automated rebel scout attacking a small refueling outpost. Well, I mean, being in the vicinity of a refueling outpost seems to be smart. They are not happy with us. Well, good for them, you know? Okay, good. We have taken down their shields, and we've taken down their drones. Let's take out their guns. And they are immediately scrapped by that. We get a little bit of scrap metal, we get another drone part, and we get some missiles. Cool. The outpost hails you after the scout was destroyed. Thanks for the help. We've been harassed non-stop by those scouts. Take this on the house. And they give us a little bit of fuel. They give us a drone part, which we don't really have a use for at the moment. And they give us some scrap. All right. Well, it was worth coming this way, although, goodness, that's a long route. At least, okay, we can go around. I was like, I don't have to go through the exit or some shit, do I? Think we can... Uh-oh. Know what that is, but I don't like it. This is apparently the location of a merchant. Let's go and have a look here. There's only one other ship at this beacon, and it is showing heavy damage. You receive a message on your console. Greetings, traveler. We were crippled by a band of pirates and are now forced to sell our remaining valuable equipment to acquire the necessary supplies to get home. Well, that sucks, dude. That's really rough, actually. What can you do for us, however? They got some FTL fuel, they got missiles, they got drone parts. We got 25 current hull. I think we can afford to not that, but what have we got for weaponry here? Well, we got some other augmentation. Shield charge booster. Boost the ship's shield recharge rate by 50%. That seems pretty good. Long-range scanners. That might be handy. Oh, it did? Neat. How long have you been waiting for that, actually, now that I think about it? Firepower. Can I read the... Yes, I'd like to... I feel like the Hermes missile is too incremental. It's too small of an increment for +2 power and also spending 45 scrap on it. The ion bomb. This sounds pretty good. Self-teleporting explosive that uses ion damage to disable systems. Can target your own ship. Huh? Why would you want to... Oh, whatever. Oh, it's another missile, and it's all ion damage, so that's not as cool as all that, but those seem pretty nice, so we'll grab those, and... we don't actually have enough for anything else here, unfortunately. Much as it might be nice to get some extra... as much as it might be nice to get the cloaking ability, we will just have to wait for that. Free from a battle is scattered around this system. Pieces bounce against your ship. You passively scan them and discover there is a functioning weapon among them. Ooh. We get 13 scrap and the Hull Smasher Laser Mark II. Oh, that does sound like pretty serious, but I think also calling it Mark II does kind of add to that a little bit. This powerful counterpart to the Hull Smasher Mark I fires more projectiles per projectile. Oh, sorry, more projectiles per shot, rather. Yes, no, what I said was stupid. Uh, 2x damage on systemless rooms. That is not really going to be a thing we use too often, I think. Just by virtue of the fact that enemy hull seems to be pretty low right now. So we'll deal. Since March 4th. Okay, so that's March 4th of this year. I had to rub two brain cells together for a second there to remember what day it is. Weather, yeah, there's definitely been some rough weather here. Scanners are showing intelligent life forms on a nearby planet. No match for them can be found in the database. Alright, tell me about them. You land a small shuttle in an enormous field whose only occupants are small, brightly colored, six-legged, horse-like animals. Ah, yes, because horses weren't weird enough as it was, right? Imagine somebody just making, like, the horse girl anime out of those, and they've got 4 arms instead, or something. Let's be nice about this and try to communicate peacefully. You try to communicate in every possible way you can, but they just stand there, silently judging you with their large, expressionless eyes. They're just like, what the fuck is this clown doing? Yeah, my interest has suddenly waned a little bit in those horses. Okay, so... we take our quest location here. After a quick search, you discover the hidden Federation space dock. They offer you some supplies in addition to fully repairing your ship. Well, ain't that nice of yous? And here's the exit location. The FTL drive is charged. You can jump to the next sector. Nearby space station hails you. Greetings, your arrival is most fortuitous. We recently came across some extra drones. If you have some fuel, perhaps we can make a deal? I don't have drone systems yet, but... yeah, why not? Alright. It's time to get the fuck out of here. Got rock controlled or mantis controlled. I don't know which of those is better or worse. But I do like a good mantis. Let's take a look here. Yeah, every item in Dragon Quest 1 HD2. That's... Damn, they have expanded that quite a bit since the NES days then. Ensure your hull plating is up to scratch and that you have enough fuel in the tank to make it through. Well, we kind of don't. So I am very hopeful that we can fix that a little bit. Greeted by a rare sight, a mantis ship that appears not to have noticed you. It looks kind of like a crab claw a little bit. Alright, so let's give him the biz. Uh-oh. That shield's down. We can't be having that. That's not good. Sonic says that's no good. It crashed 3 times, so you're trying to say yes to the Dragon Lord. That is... Wow. Oh, hell yeah, he gave us some more gas. Yes, 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 yes. Our ship is all fueled up, so we can make our way down to the store and... see what you've got for sale. And yes, I'm assuming that this ship runs on gasoline, even though it is referred to as more of like a reactor, so clearly it's like a... Clearly it's some kind of nuclear type of thing, right? It's sci-fi. It could be powered by literally anything. Our engines, air quotes, could actually be operated by like a couple of hamsters and some wheels. And I would totally believe it if you said that that was the case. Upon arriving at the beacon, you're hailed by a well-spoken mantis. Hail, traveler! These are dangerous times! Perhaps you find yourself in need of our services? He appears to be a trader. Here's our children after Black Mage got through a tent. I was gonna say, isn't that almost literally a thing from FF4? But no, I'm blendering the words a little bit. I understand that it's an 8-bit theater reference, but I was having a bit of a different brain fart there. Ooh, we can hire some... We can hire some dudes here if we want to. I forget how many crew we're allowed. Are we allowed to have more than 4? Yeah, no, it's... I'm clearly, like, blendering a couple of things from various Final Fantasy games, because I was like, there's a Black Mage town in FF4. Not to be confused with the FF9 Black Mage Village, which is a cool place. I think the one in FF4 is pretty cool, too, but for a different reason. And also thinking of the... just the beginning of FF4 where you go and blow up a town. And for some reason, all of this added up to my head to, like, is that a... Listen, I'm pretty sure that FF4 probably did, like, everything in this series. Just sort of like a strong condensate of the entire franchise's everything. And yet, for some reason, WotC didn't release any, like, FF4 specific products in the massive blitz of Final Fantasy Universes Beyond products. I am baffled by that, actually. Like, say anything else about UB just as a product line. God, how do I keep ending up on this subject? Oh, right, because I have problems. But it is like, what a strange decision. Anyway. We've got space for one more gun if we wish. Take a look at the halberd beam. Requires 3 power, slow but reliably powerful standard beam weapon. Healing burst. Self-teleporting healing unit that can instantly heals all friendly crew in the room. Can target your own ship, as you would expect. It costs missiles to use, though. Some very odd reason, but hey. Buy drone control, because why not? And we got a little bit of cash for it. Now, probably want to go into our ship upgrade here, not the wrench. And we will buy ourselves a new power bar. Unfortunately, we do kind of need a little bit more before we can actually start kicking our drones into high gear here. Any gear, really. So let's go ahead and jump over yon. The attention spam, I mean, that's also quite possible. Okay, you locate a nearby human mining colony where an unknown disease has spread virulently. They're setting up a quarantine to contain it, but a riot has broken out. Sending your crew to help control the crowds, ignore the request to move on. Okay, so I guess we've got a rock on our crew chart here. I can't pin down the species by appearance right now, because I'm quite new to this. So let's send out our rock man here. It's unlikely the rock's impressive immune system is susceptible to a human virus, so you send it in. It is able to intimidate the workers long enough for the colony forces to set up a quarantine. Oh boy, are we the baddies? Their leaders offer a reward and assure you they will try to find a cure as soon as possible. Hey, we get a tiny amount of money, we get one drone part, and more importantly, we get a boatload of fuel. Or at bare minimum, we get a reasonable chunk of fuel. And we move down. The Manta ship is pleased to see you and fires up its weapon systems. Oh, I bet it is. All right, guy, you want a piece of this? Uh-oh, they send out some boarders. Okay, so let's start off by opening the door and then getting on the floor, and everybody walks the dinosaur, right? All right, everybody surround him and beat him up. Give him a swirly. Yeah. All right, we took out their shields. Excellent. Okay, it's that thing. It's the teleporter. That is what we probably want to go after here. I don't feel like spending too many missiles at the moment because of, well, usual reasons. All right, now, Beth, get your ass out of... Oh, nope. Beth is dead. Uh-oh. Did we at least kill their guy? Well, moderately Pyrrhic victory because someone decided to actually turn on their tank stance for once. And... however, we did get their ship. Excuse me. God, is there anything more embarrassing than choking on water? The answer is yes, but... that's mostly not things that us mundane individuals would ever encounter. But I digress. The only place we're allowed to go is over this way. Uh-oh. Danger, danger, high voltage. Well, high other things too. You find yourself extremely close to a star. You receive a message from a pirate ship. I'm glad you arrived. Our ship is damaged and we were getting desperate. I hope you don't mind if we take yours. Hostiles detected on board our ship. Well, all right. Everybody squad up. We're gonna go and we're gonna kick some ass. Not necessarily the cleverest of them to just, go and try to destroy our engines. If we're being quite honest here, but... hey. One thing at a time, right? Okay, yeah. Book it, Charlie. He didn't book it enough. Well. This, I have a bad feeling about. This might be the end of... This might be the end of the line for us. Yeah, plus our ship is cooking. I mean, if you guys had... If these pirate goons hadn't been hanging out near a sun... Yep, that was a bit of a death trap. Unfortunately, it's just the way it goes sometimes. You gotta... It's our first run, come on. All crew members have died. Your ship will continue to drift for eternity. Or until looters destroy it. Ah, well. Head back to the hangar, and we've got nothing new to add to our facilities here. Full Arsenal have 11 systems installed on the Kestrel Cruiser at one time. As the Kestrel Cruiser repair back to full health when it only has 1 HP remaining. Damn! Damn. So, get to the 5th sector with any layout of the Kestrel. Yeah, so if we get 3 of those, we unlock Type B for the Kestrel. Honestly, this one might be just a really tough game in general, I wonder. Or if it's just because I'm bad. Anyway, yeah. You use missiles to break ship shield. Let's head over to yon nebula zone. A heavily damaged Federation ship is hiding in the nebula at this beacon. Before you have time to make contact with them, they fade into the nebula. Keep your position, they can take care of themselves. Fuck them. Go check out this distress beacon and see what's up. Once you arrive at the location of the distress call, a civilian ship hails you. Thanks for responding to our beacon. Our FTL navigation has gone haywire, and we can't plot a course to the next nearest depot to get it fixed. Could you lead us there? Absolutely, Roddy. Take this bit of scrap as a down payment. We'll use your jump signatures to follow you. You're really helping us out here. And they put the quest marker on our map. It's literally right there, thank goodness. It's actually quite close to the exit location, so that's cool. Oh, we got ambushed. Oh, darn. Well, that's all good. We can deal with this. We do that setup, and honestly, in theory, it's probably better to wait to cast the burst laser for a moment or so. Oh, dang it. We missed, didn't we? Well... wait until the missile fires, and their weapons are down, so... just keep firing on that for optimal hull damage. The ship repeatedly hails you. It looks like they want to surrender. Yeah, I'll take your money. You know what? Get the hell out of here. Guys, so, did that not count as completing the quest? Or was that, like, part of the actual quest? You see a civilian space station with heavy damage. You receive a message. We've been hit hard by the war. We need more drone parts to speed up our repairs. We'll buy some from you if you have extra. I'm afraid we don't. So, sorry guys. That store is probably not very helpful to us right now on account of we don't have much cash. Scans reveal a large asteroid field nearby. Short-range scanners may discover useful materials while we wait for the FTL to recharge. Let's check out that asteroid field. Ooh, we took some damage. And more importantly, our O2s got hit a little bit there. I guess you could say we got rocked. You could say that, and it would probably be wrong too, but I digress. We got a fire to put out. Okay, good. They put out the fire. You go over there and repair our other thing, our sensors. That's what's down, right. It's like, is that a camera? And yes, in fact, it is. Which makes a lot of sense. Okay. So with all that out the way, over here. Actually, you know what? You go hang out at Med Bay. And Narth, you as well. Let's get everybody all topped off here. And send Bloch down to pilot us for the jump. And into the exit point we go. Nearby space station. I don't need those. Alright, on to the next sector. Well, a civilian sector. That seems a little bit better than going to a pirate-controlled sector. A little bit healthier for us, anyway. Welcome to a new sector. Get to the exit beacon and jump to the next sector before the pursuing rebels catch you. Well. Can do, champ. Ooh, look at this big field of Nebula over here. What's our... I think going this way is probably okay. I don't need to shop right now, because I also can't do shit with it anyway, so... Oh, they are ready for us. Ready, willing, and Mabel. Where's our shield target there? Let's kick him squarely in the teeth. Aim at that thing. And you guys get over there. What are we doing in this game? So, FTL, this is a game where it's sort of a roguelike, and by sort of, I mean it is a roguelike. Why did I say sort of a roguelike? Basically, we control this spaceship going through space, and right now we're in a bit of a space battle here. A dogfight, if you will. As we are taking these guys to task, and the rebels want to surrender, so alright, we'll take it. 12 years ago. Yeah, it's been around for almost 15 years. I just haven't played it until now. So this is the game that we're trying out here on Monday. Again, something to sort of scratch off the list a little bit. And on Tuesday and Wednesday, we'll be getting back to our main game, which is we're currently playing Pokemon Scarlet. A lot of Pokemon recently because, I mean, 30th anniversary of the series. I guess it'll sort of happen that way. Thursday, we are still in the throes of a Pokemon Platinum randomizer. And on Friday, we play various Magic the Gathering-based video games. So, yes, we're in here with almost no money, so not a lot we can do at the moment, but you can take a look. They have no extra crewmates for us for sale, so nobody we can hire there. The Heavy Laser Mark 1. We're having the smaller burst laser counterparts. How's that measure up to our current one? It requires less power and charges faster, but it fires one shot that's worth 2 damage, so it's a bit of a trade-off. We'll pick it up for once we get a little bit more energy for our weapons. Although, I mean, after we crack a ship's shields, we can just use that to have 2 guns, basically. The stress beacon is active, but you're not sure anyone is on board. Let's take a peek. The ship is completely abandoned. There is no traces of the crew or any cargo. Mystified, you leave the ghost ship and carry on. Well, I suppose that if it got by the bad guys, they would probably take the stuff, right? So that's not that weird. Find a number of ships fleeing from a small space station. You hail them, asking what's wrong. Help! We're being overrun by some sort of giant alien spiders! Yeah, that sounds pretty rough. Let's send some guys in there. Oh, we defeated them. Hey, they gave us some goodies, and unfortunately, yeah, I think our 2 fellas there are also kind of beat up from doing some of the repair work, possibly, too. There might have been fires, but we get a little bit of resources for our troubles. Let's sit back and heal for a sec. And now that everybody is full up, we go into this big old cloud of nebula here. Jumping in the middle of a plasma storm. Yikes. Multiple recently incapacitated ships loom in the shadows, briefly illuminated by the lightning. We can gamble a little bit. Oh, we just straight up lost a guy. That's rough. But we got our fuel back for it, and we got a couple of missiles, so we can use those a little bit, with a little bit of impunity now. That's cool. I've seen how many we've got. Wow. While the crew is off the ship searching through the wrecks, 2 hulls crash into each other, breaking the crew's tethers. You have no time to react as someone is knocked away, floating helplessly into the gaseous clouds. Well, at least Jax didn't get squished, I guess. That's probably for the better. Oh, yeah, not enough power. Oh, man, something... It's probably just the ion storm that's killing our power or something, right? You find 2 heavily damaged ships floating nearby, the remains of a battle. You begin to harvest some usable debris when you hear the sounds of someone beaming aboard, followed by the shouts of a boarding party. Uh-oh. We've got some guys on here. Oh, geez, there's 2 of them in the door room, so... We'll deal with that in a second, because we off that guy. Oh god, there's so many of them. I'd be kind of shocked if we get out of here, actually. But perhaps if we're in the med bay, we'll get some regen. Oh, they took out our oxygen, too. Alright, guys. You gotta run, you gotta run, you gotta run, you gotta run. Oh. Oh, just power it. I think we're actually okay here. Yeah, it doesn't seem like there's any more intruders on board, so... We have to go and fix our sensors pretty soon, though. Just gotta make sure that everything else is clear. Because on the other hand, our sensor systems apparently being destroyed. Oh yeah, that stuff's just toast. It's not even just unmanned, it's not even just disabled. It is dead from this plasma storm, I guess. Eesh. Alright. Get us out of here. Get to the sector exit here. Alright. We want to head to the engine-controlled area because that looks a little bit safer to me. You have arrived in NG space. The fall of the Federation has brought tough times for these robotic life forms, but they're usually willing to help. Nice. Yeah, so we'll take that for now. Let's go and upgrade our ship's power set up a little bit, and that'll let us have one more for the engines, and we can head and check out that distress beacon. I knew someone would fall into our dastardly trap. I had a feeling this would happen eventually. It appears this distress beacon was nothing but a decoy for a pirate ambush. Oh no! They ambushed us. That's right, everybody. They're a Bush. It's the Bush family. Let's get them. It's Stan Bush. I don't know where I'm going with this. A dexterity trap. Well, I definitely have a, where the hell are you getting? Up. They are going all the way in the back, and I misclicked there, but thankfully it was in the correct position. I just was stupid and was aiming that a little bit wrong. Anyway, their shields are not fully down yet, just partially. So, let's finish the job. The day is yours. Show us your honor by allowing us to leave with our lives. Well, I was gonna do it until you said something about honor, and come on, dude. Are you serious? You ambushed us. Fuck your honor, man. I'm not taking that from these guys. You know what? Block, go to the med bay, cause this can be repaired with one person. We're just kind of waiting around, really, so. Anywho, we got another distress signal over here. I wonder if we're going to have time to be able to sneak into the shop and maybe buy some... either get a new contract for another worker, if they have any, or some hull repair. A ship without life forms within a nearby dense asteroid field is giving off the distress call. Yeah, let's take a look. Oh, we got whammoed by a couple of asteroids here. You find what appears to be pieces of a derelict ship coated with ice or crystal. Before you have a chance to dock, a few asteroids get past your shields and partially damage your engines. We gotta pull out. Which is also a source of some easy jokes, but we didn't get nothing. Let's repair our engines just to get things done, because apparently we managed to book it to safety pretty fast here. Alright. So we're taking a bit of a risk here by heading over to this ship, this shop ship. An NG ship hails. Engine upgrade necessary for travel home. Sale of equipment necessary for engine upgrade. They got a little bit of that caveman thing going on, I guess. Let's take a look at what we've got for sale here. Well, we could probably stand to buy some hull repair, but we can also hire on a couple of these fellas here. We've got an NG named Artyom. You've got some evasion stuff going for that. Repair speed is doubled. Combat damage inflicted is halved. Meanwhile, we've got Kevin Fish and Logan Johnson. The Zoltan. They're allies of the NG. Their innate energy can power ship systems. They provide power to the occupied system. Max health is reduced to 70. Reduced to 70. And they deal 15 damage to enemy crew on death. Neither of these guys have any real skill, but I mean, if they can provide energy to our system, well, we will pick up Logan Johnson. As much as Kevin Fish is very funny, let's go and send you over to Shields. And yeah, see, it automatically refunds us the power. Excellent. So now we've got a couple of bits of power here. So next time we have some cash, we can upgrade our ship's stuff, and that'll probably be helpful. Scans reveal a large asteroid field nearby. Short-range scanners may discover useful materials while we wait for the FTL to recharge. I mean, we could definitely use some fuel, but this is a huge risk we're taking here. A pirate ship hiding behind one of the large asteroids attacks you. Uh-oh. We got some rocks. Unfortunately, I can't take a look at what's going on with the ship right now, so I can't do any planning ahead of that variety. But do some of this business, and we can take a bunch of hull damage in the process, obviously. Alright, shoot them in their engines. Uh-oh, they're looking to bail. Oh, am I not gonna... Okay, it's right-click to depower that. I cannot believe how well equipped your ship is. It really isn't, but okay, guys. I mean, you're about to have a really bad time with this, so you know what? Go right ahead. Alright, get me to the next spot here. Receive a distress call from a nearby NG ship. Assistance requested. Danger present. Imminent destruction. We'll give him the, hear him out, and you receive another message from the ship, this time with a mantis at comm log. Foolish meat sacks, he yells. Sensors indicate the ship is moving into attack, and boarders teleport from the station. Well, let's have everybody move in that direction. Empower this. Hey, go help him, Johnson. Oh, right. Cool. Anyway. They have shields, so we want to toggle that off, and we're going to do this, and we will fire upon their guns with the other one, because of the obvious. Alright, now, Loch, go in there, and Johnson. Oh no, he's dead already. Johnson, go over there. I'm working on it. I'm trying to get over to our engine. Alright. Get in there, guys. Fuck it, just aim everything at their shields. No! Johnson died! No! These fires are no joke. I have to send the boys out, and unfortunately, I don't have... Boy, I wish I had, like, a real fire suppression system in there to do things. And his fucking drones keep shooting down my, my things. So I guess we're going to toggle off the Artemis, and we're going to hit that thing with the heavy laser as well. We're having a rough time here. Things are getting a little bit bumpy, but it's because there's so much to manage. Oh, they took out my sensors. I'm dead. Yeah, there wasn't really a good comeback from that because that shield and that defense drone too was doing so much work. Well, oh yeah, I was gonna say all crewmates. Well, I mean, that's certainly true, actually. They just, it was because of the ship dying. Ship's room changes color from tan to red. It means you're losing oxygen. Okay. A little too early for a shop. Yeah, guys, we don't have enough of that. Way the energy there. I don't think I need that right now. You arrive at a populated sector. One merchant seems to be mass broadcasting a request for a mercenary ship to aid him. Yeah, let's give him some help. Ship seems reasonably equipped. A freighter carrying a shipment of my goods is a week late. The fools flew through a pirate-filled sector in their haste, and I fear for the cargo's safety. I'm looking for a less incompetent captain to investigate. That doesn't really describe us, but okay. At least you're competent. At least you're confident for what little that's worth. Here's their last known location. Hooray! Let's go and bail their asses out. Or die trying. I have a feeling I know which one's going to be. You arrive at the last known location of the merchant's delivery. Begin to scan for the lost ship. You find a severely damaged ship floating among some debris. The crew hails you. Can't believe that cheap bastard sent someone after us. I thought we would freeze to death. If you help us complete the delivery, we'll share the reward with your. We'll share the reward and join your crew. Yeah, we promised to deliver the cargo and ask if any would be interested in joining our crew. Why not? They upload the delivery destination once on board. One takes you up on your offer, the rest drop you off at a nearby station. The rest you drop off, pardon me, at a quest marker, and we get Monsvik in our ship. Why don't we read up about you real quick, Mr. Monsvik? Okay, so we can have up to 4 crewmates. Gotcha. Alright. Monsvik here is a rock. Rarely seen or known for their fortitude. Immune to fire. And they get some bonus max HP. We're gonna send you to be a little bit more like center of the ship, dude. Come on, man. Oh yeah, I need to unpause, right. Because then you can probably get to places you need to be a little bit more readily. At least I'm certainly hoping that to be the case. Let's go check out this distress location. Find the source of the distress call, a small research station. It appears a small laboratory fire got out of control and is threatening to destroy the station. Their fire suppression system is not responding. Let's send the Rockman in there. Your rock soldier tears through the airlock directly into the fire. You've never seen someone that large move that fast. It disperses as much fire suppressant as possible into the heart of the blaze, and eventually the fires start to die down. Call him up. Hey, with most of the fire under control, the scientists are able to help secure the station. They offer you their sincere gratitude and a generous reward. They give us some money and the weapon pre-igniter augment. What's this about? Sounds good. Weapons are made immediately available after an FTL jump. Ooh, yes, we can kick some asses with that. Alrighty. But also, we are going to start upgrading our shielding ability a little bit here. Requires a system upgrade. Ah, boo earns. Boo earns. I just want to take a quick look at the rest of the stuff we've got here. Yeah. Alright, so we gotta... If we want to deal with that, we gotta wait for it. But we got another distress call on the line here. Yeah, fight him off. No! We lost someone for it! Suddenly, a man-sized arachnid bursts from a vent in the ceiling, followed by countless more. You fight your way back to the airlock and are forced to leave before accounting for all crew members. Not everybody made it back. That's rough. That's deeply unfortunate. Well, hopefully this quest reward makes up for it, you know? Scan reveals a mining base on a nearby planet long since abandoned. No life signs detected. And nothing to do there. We're not even going to check out what kind of cool rocks they've got. Damn. Find the station that had ordered your cargo. You drop it off and they respond, ignoring the fact that this is days late. We really appreciate that you delivered our materials. We realize how dangerous this sector is these days. Take this as payment. And they gave us a little bit of cashiola. Excellent. Let us go ahead and I'm going to actually grab the piloting upgrade. That seems like it would be quite helpful. Just auto-dodging like that? Heck yeah. Now, let's make our way back towards the exit here. Since we've picked up a refugee ship drifting through the system, no doubt one of many fleeing the rebel advance. It doesn't appear to have detected you, or else it is trying to avoid notice. Hey guys! Vessel's relieved to hear from you. They're running low on supplies. You know what? Take some missiles. We're probably not going to use those drone parts anytime soon, but I like them enough. I guess we're going to the Mantis-controlled sector because I'd like to get to a safe place sooner rather than later. Going to be home to the Mantis. Alrighty. It's time for us to bug out here. Here we are. A nearby Mantis ship begins aggressive maneuvers. You prepare for the worst. Do your worst. Or at least your most mediocre. Hey, we did some pretty serious damage to their shields. Excellent. I feel confident not bothering with any more missiles. Although, maybe I should anyway. Give him a piece. Yeah. We defanged that thing real fast. And we get some goodies out the deal. All right. Upgrade our shields. Upgrade our power bars. And now, we can have some level 4 shields, so we can be a hell of a lot tougher now. At least I'm hoping that counts as being a hell of a lot tougher, because, yeah. Over here in Mantis Comm Chatter. The one on the right is starting to rot. Take him down. Take off his fingers. Put him out of the airlock. They don't seem to be friendly. Yeah, we've got sort of like a soft first strike ability going on with our... Ah, damn it. With our weapons being fully charged. And we took out their shields like that. Unfortunately, they are still landing some hits on us, but small price to pay. Oh, they actually repaired their shields. Fair enough. Take them down with a missile and get ourselves a little bit of resupply. Uh-oh. Looks like there's a fire in the med bay. Right, you two go and deal with these things. Let the Rockman deal with the fire, because that's his specialty. Also means... Oh, right, yeah. What am I thinking? What I'm thinking is that I thought that the fire was in sensors, not indoors. Well, that's... Yeah, get in here and fix these, dude. Shit, like our whole ship is on fire, basically. At least the rate things are going here. Stelly, go and help out the Rockman a little bit. And you as well, Burko, I think that is. That's like the name of a clown or something, jeez. Burko the Clown. Alright, can our shit stop being on fire for like 5 seconds here? What are we, next to a place full of fire or something? Let's get a door upgrade. Just in case, and continue making our way. We basically have to go all around the outside of the zone here. A youthful-looking Mantis captain hails. You, prey, must know. Your death, Kazthwax. I gotta prep for this name. Kazthwak's final kill before maturity. Kazthwak pay respects. Seems respects in Mantis culture are paid with lasers. I respect that, though, to be fair. Alright, feed him the missile, and then feed him the laser. Alright, now take that down, and... take apart his spaceship quite handily. Good gracious, we could use some more missiles. But let's go check out this distress beacon. Find a number of ships fleeing from a small space station. You hail them, ask them what's wrong. Spiders? No, Burko the Clown! God damn it, these spiders! They're really kicking our ass this go around. Eesh. Mantis ship is full of some real dickheads, I see. But we've managed to disable them in every way that matters pretty rapidly. If they wanted to run away, that'd be fine, but... Hey, we get some missiles out of the deal. We made a tidy profit in one of the small number of ways I can say for sure that matters. So, we move forward. At this point, you almost expect a fight with the Mantis, but this beacon appears to be entirely devoid of other ships. Take the time to catch your breath and double-check the ship's systems. I was expecting that to end in something weirder. Alright, we head over to the store because it wouldn't be a bad idea. Merchants are not highly respected among the Mantis race, so few undertake the profession. You're mildly surprised to receive an advertisement from a nearby space dock. You decide to see what they have to offer. Somehow they're not sticking a gun in my face right away, so I'm shocked by that. What do we got here? We got a human. We got another rockman named Sean O'Regan. And Lauren and NG. I mean... Honestly, let's pick up a human for our efforts here. And I'll grab a couple of fuels. And I'll grab 2 missiles. And I think we're good for now. Let's go check that distress beacon before we get annihilated here by the impending death wave. Coming from a small space station orbiting an uninhabited planet, their satellite defense system has gone haywire and the repair crew can't approach without being fired on. They're looking for help to fix or disable it. Well... Oh! Jesus! That was a little bit startling, but it was only 5 damage, really. You fire a few volleys, but aren't able to penetrate the defense system's shields. Its weapons have no trouble piercing yours, though, and you take minor damage before escaping. The station will need to find help elsewhere. Well, guys, we tried, and we failed, so... Send that guy to shields, and send Rockman down to engines. You know, Stelly is the one who's been here for a while, so... Tell Darren you're going to be the one who is the... The shipmaster here for a little while. Okay, well, I think we've cleaned this area at least, so... We can do some quick shift pivoting here, so that way... Our rock, who is apparently dying of asphyxiation. This makes sense. Can pivot out. And Stelly, why don't you sit over there? Meanwhile, Monsvik, you sit over in the engine room for now. And... off we go. Onward and downward. Receive a message from a nearby station. A Federation cruiser jumping into Rebel territory? Quite the bold move. You quickly move to arm the weapons, but he continues. Lucky for you, we're not all in support of the rebellion. Perhaps these supplies will help you to get to friendlier space alive. Well, I appreciate that. Let's move our asses down to the exit, and... Yep. Come across an asteroid mining colony. They message you immediately saying, "Greetings! Our supplies of mining explosives have run out ever since the rebels blockaded this system. You have any extra explosives?" Well, get out the way, guys. While I appreciate your enthusiasm, we have certain protocols for the use of explosives around the workplace. Launching a military-grade weapon into our mines isn't exactly what I would call Union-friendly. That's fair, actually. Here, have 5 missiles. I mean, it's a lot, but I think we'll be okay. We'll pull this together. We'll get our missiles back. In theory, we will anyway. Okay, new sector. And yeah, immediately there's a store right there. There's only one other ship at this beacon, and it's showing heavy damage. Ah, yeah, they were attacked by pirates, and they've only got 2 missiles. That's a pity, but it's good enough for me. Stealth weapons. Prevents your weapon fire from disrupting your cloak, allowing you to shoot at will while cloaked. Well, we don't have to worry about that right now. Cooldown between weapon shots is improved by 10%. Yeah, we'll take that, and we'll take 1 more point of hull. And we will go on our merry way. Thank you, guys. That was some good deals. Oh, we are, in fact, inside of the... Well, shit, Biscuit. That's... I don't like that. Uh-oh. They're coming in from... They're going in over there. Alright, well... Oh, I see. At least one of them is in here, so... Well, no. We don't need to... Actually, you know what? Stelly, go to the med bay, and Teldarin, you go in. It looks like they're in the engine room, so we'll send you and Rock Johnson here. Rock to Dwayne Johnson. Cripes, there's so many of them. Oh, they blew off the doors to our O2 machine. Fuck. Well, here, Rockman, stay here for a second. You know, again, somehow I feel like shooting the engines of a spaceship while you're on it is not really a good idea. Well, we just lost one of our humans. That's deeply unfortunate. And we lost our Rockman. Yeah, we're just dead. This is a problem. We got closer that time, but I gotta say that, like, this swings so hard sometimes. I like the basic idea, but on the other hand, there is also the part of it where, because you sometimes just kind of get, like, completely screwed by certain decisions. Yeah, we got pirate incoming here. Like, what I'm trying to say here, and I apologize for kind of fumbling over the words, is that sometimes it just feels like the game will just sometimes say, well, get fucked, and you'll end up eating a really bad run where you will just get kicked out basically immediately. Well, they gave us some stuff in retaliation for us taking down their shield generator, so... Yes, I'm trying to... Well, there we go. That's one way to handle things a little bit. Get out of here. You know what? Here, take our money. You made the right decision, friend. Yeah, we got a fire to deal with, so... Yeah, we will absolutely be taking you up on your offer there. I'm fine with paying Paying the troll toll a little bit early on. Okay, let's help these guys out. Your shields are down. Well, let's see if we can't cover them. Well, we took some shield damage. And we took only 1 hull damage, but they gave us some scrap and some fuel in return, so that's excellent. Unfortunately, we haven't got airlocks to go and just deal with this, to put out the fire that way. So now we got to get everybody to put the ship back together. Sound might drop for a second, especially sound effects. I've noticed that usually the music seems to like staying... Oh, was... The game paused while I was out of the screen. Okay. Yeah, sorry, because I was like, oh yeah, while I'm sitting here waiting, I'll juggle a couple of other things. Unfortunately, the game doesn't seem to like me doing that. That's a pain. I love multitasking. Even if it kind of makes me look like a complete ass of a streamer here, but I don't need too much assistance with that, do I? Yes. Anyway, Vivamord go over there, and Maria and Saihung stand over there, and we will make our way on down to this way. I just had to chart out what my path was going to be. I was really hoping that I wouldn't have to... Missile shoots across your bow when the jump completes. Your scans quickly reveal a ship with pirate markings. Pursuing an unknown vessel. The pirate hails you. Damn it, we weren't expecting company! Stay out of this and you could profit! I mean, sure. Good choice, son. We've both come out of this richer. I mean, hey, yeah, it's none of our concern. And they seem to be offering us a decent chunk for that, so... You better believe I'm happy to get that. You arrive at the distress beacon near a small asteroid belt and find a ship with pirate markings partially crushed between large rocks. It must have been illegally mining the belt without proper equipment. Let's see if we can dislodge the ship. Ouch! Damage to our hull. A few careful shots, but you expose a mineral patch in the rock that reacts violently with your weapon. A shockwave forces you back as debris pelts against your hull. Regain control, you find there is not much left of the ship. Well, that's a pity, but I suppose it's almost to be expected. You know what? Actually, Livermore, you stay back because we do need a pilot in there. Although, by autopilot. And that ramped up. Actually, I suppose let's buy a little bit of power as well. And max out our engines. Okay. Now, down we go. You arrive to find a number of ships convening around a station. There is some unencrypted chatter between the ships. You tune in and listen for anything interesting. Overhearing their conversation, it seems that they need to take possession of an enemy ship intact. Yeah, let's offer our services. They briefly scan your ship and inform you that you are not properly equipped for this type of mission. I mean, fair enough. I do like to just blow shit up most of the time anyway, so... Bringing the ship back unharmed, that doesn't seem like it'd be too likely. Come out of the jump to see laser blasts coming from the other side of the beacon. Looks like someone is under attack from pirates. Alright, let's back them up. Power up your weapons and engage the pirate ship. Well, gang, you know what the strategy is. It's pretty simple. And they hit our sensor arrays. You bastards. But we've done some pretty good damage to them anyway. So let's shoot them where it hurts. took him out. Get some stuff and call him up. This sector has become increasingly dangerous for friends of the Federation. I think my crew can patch up some of your hull damages, thanks. Oh, that's great, actually. Getting health back for our work? That's pretty great. Yeah, I'm going to avoid that nebula sector because that seems like a bad play. But let's go check out the NG sector and see what the deal is going on here. What do we got in the shop? The NG can do remarkable things with just a pile of scrap. The NG Hive of this beacon are selling equipment for just that. What do you got? System repair drone. Yeah, we would need a drone control. That. Crew teleporter. We don't have enough money for that, but I guess we'll just save our cash. We didn't really have a whole lot anyway, but I was curious. Could have been something cool. Unfortunately, it's just about sort of the same thing as usual. Receive a message from a small refugee convoy. Hail. We'd like to help you on your mission, but don't have much to offer. If you have extra metal, perhaps we could work on your ship. Inquire about their specialty. They offer to upgrade your reactor in exchange for some scrap. Oh yeah, sure. I'll give you guys some money for that. That's a better deal than it would cost to be the regular upgrade. Very nice. I'm quite happy with that. Small platform orbits near this beacon. Looks like a fueling station of some kind, and it is cheerfully broadcasting reasonable prices in a spectrum of frequencies and languages. Alright, what's up? The fueling station welcomes you into one of its berths. As you hail them, there is an explosion from your engine room. While assessing the damage, you detect a pirate ship closing fast. Front row, Raggy. Alright, boys, get over there. Alright, let's give him the business. Come on. They managed to successfully deal 1 damage to us, I think, but we took more damage from the event. Hey. They want to surrender? I mean, alright. Sure. Let's go check out this distress beacon. As we're now going to be a little bit close to that wall, but hey. Send the crew to help. Hey, we got him. And they give us some pretty nice rewards. Alright, now we carry onward. Small merchant ship messages you. Underground Federation comm channels are talking about your secret mission. Let us install a weapon to help. Good luck. Oh, baby. They gave us a halberd beam, and they gave us a little bit of scrap metal money here, too. Let's start buying our way towards being able to afford having that operative as well. Alright, what do we see here? You arrive at the distress beacon near a small asteroid belt. Yeah. Let's carefully cut the ship out. Why not? Use your beam to make a few precision cuts in the asteroid. Wow, I'm impressed we pulled that off. The ship gives a quick burst of thrust and the rocks crumble away. They thank you and offer some of the resources they have collected. Hey, I mean, why not? Getting a little bit of pay from the pirates? Why not? That's the thing every record label dreams of. Undo and buy some more energy supply for our weapons system. And we have parity as long as we have the rockets off. The missiles, rather. Which is great, because we don't always use that. Inform a nearby station of your flight from the rebels. They offer to outfit your ship with a weapon and wish you well. Nice. Now we would have to actually kind of choose between these, and it might be the heavy laser 2 under most circumstances. because it can set fire and cause breaching. But for now, we'll worry about that later because we gotta move on or this space wall gets us. Arrive at a populated sector. Yeah, what do you need? Great, I was worried no one would respond. My usual carrier is days late. I need you to deliver this cargo of drone parts to a small station a few jumps from here. We can't afford to pay another carrier, but they will surely tip you generously. Alright, they hand us over some. Great, I uploaded the location to your star map. I'm running out of options, so I have no choice but to trust you'll do what you have agreed to. Okay. Go over here. And we should have the time and the space to be able to get out of here before we get vaporized. Arrive at the location. You find a small research station and discover that it's putting out a distress signal. Strangely, there is no response to your hails. Well, let's take a look. As you explore the base, crazed screams are heard. The team retreats back to your ship with a number of armed scientists in pursuit. One of your team starts to cough and falls into spasm on the floor. Drag him back to the ship and prepare for a fight. No! One of my allies turned coat. Get back on board. Your injured friend rises up and starts to attack you, screaming. Caught off guard, your remaining crew fall back as the other scientists fight their way onto the ship. Well, I don't like that. Oh, they've taken out my medbay. Oh, shit. Unfortunately, the fact that there's 5 of these guys here... does present a bit of a problem, because... of the fact that, yeah, they can just kill me in, like, heartbeats here. Unfortunately, I think we may not be having a very good time here, to put it nicely. I don't know if we're going to be able to get out of this. But again, goddammit, we're going to try. Alright, just keep using the medbay as a distraction, I guess. Might help. Target swamps there. Take his ass out. I wish we could give our crewmates better guns or something, but unfortunately that doesn't seem to be very much the case. Well, I see Markel has come back in to try to clean up. Is that all of them? No, it is not. Let's repair our sensor bay here and see if we can find out where this last chucklefuck is. If anywhere. No, they're all dead. Okay. So now comes the part where we have to go and repair everything. Well, at bare minimum, we got out of that encounter, so that's good. Not happy about how that went, but hey. We lived through it, and that's what matters. But dear God, was that rough. I had to sit here for like several minutes while we repair the weapon systems here. Because it is a biggin. Here. Go and deal with that on you. Excuse me. have both of you go over here. And unfortunately, we're down to a crew of 2. I would really love in the next sector to be able to find the ability to hire someone else. So, we'll see what we can do. There's another distress beacon over. Might be a bad idea. Alright, let's give it a shot. Fire a few volleys from a distance and it is clear the defense system is no match for your weapons. However, the station does not seem happy with your solution. Salvage what you can and jump before there's trouble. Alright, yeah, get me the hell out of here. In fact, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get the hell out of here. Ah, I see. The rebels are about to gain control of this sector, so we've got to get in and get out. Rebel fleet has found you and a nearby scout turns to engage. The cruisers in the distance are firing on you. Well... Alright, yeah, we found a big boy here, haven't we? Alright, let's take out their shields, then their guns. If our usual way of doing things will get us anywhere. Probably going to be in for rough, you know, sea waters here. Space waters. Oh, geez. That's our oxygen rooms. Guys, go deal with that. Lock there, hitting us so much. I guess part of it is because we're in the, we're in the bad time place here. Alright, hit him with everything we got. Come on. Fuck. They got our guy. We are under no circumstances are we getting out of here. Yep. Our last guy suffocated. Well, yeah, this is... To be fair, I guess that is kind of just because of the limits, but I didn't do my... Basically, I didn't do my math correctly, and I took on something that I didn't realize that I couldn't do yet. That I was, not in the right shape to do. So, oops. That's kind of on me. But yeah, give me just a second here to... thing rolling, and... Let's keep at it until we can at least get past Sector 3 would be nice. Hey, an immediate distress beacon. This could be a bad idea. Hail them to offer assistance. Alright, let's tank some damage for them. And they give us the goods. Alright. Now, back up we go. Intervene. Oh, they don't even have shields for us to worry about, so... Let's just take out their guns and start out on fire because of reasons. And immediately lose our sensors. Okay, let's take down their piloting here. Butters and Karis over to the healing zone. Alright, we take their parts. Thanks for the help. We've been harassed non-stop by those scouts, and they give us some more money. Excellent. You'll love to see it. Take those. Is that automatic evasion seems like, again, like it might be quite helpful. least I sure hope it is. Pawnbroker has set up shop at this obscure beacon. Might be offering something worth looking at. Not so much for this ship. So, off we go. Don't have money to bother with a store, because we spent it on ship upgrades. And show a remote settlement being blockaded by a pirate ship. Ship hastily messages you. Stay out of this or you'll be next. Concentrate fire on. Let's kick their asses. Okay, buddy, you asked for it. They pull away from the planet and move in to engage. Well, I don't know. You didn't make much of an offer to make me want to not bother with you. We're gonna give you a piece. All right, we give up. We're terrible at this pirating thing anyway. You know what? I appreciate how they phrased that. So, yeah, we'll take your money. You guys are funny. You get points for humor. Okay, here we are in the Nebula Cloud. And we don't have to do nothing except for move on to the next area. Let's try out this uncharted Nebula area. I'm sure this is a bad idea. It seems like monstrously unsafe, but we'll take a shot at it anyway. Now, can we improve our sensors any in order to help fend off this disgusting cloud of grossness? What's out in this area? Is this a clear area? Sensors are picking up a distress call on an encrypted Federation channel. Yeah, alright. We can bail those guys out. Go for it. Now we give them the old 1-2, because this is just the simplest way to do things. Alright, they're sending someone to go repair their shields, so let's give them a reason to think twice about that. And someone is off repairing their weapons, so we'll also give them a bad time on that regard. Just keep plunking away at everything that they even try to fix. Reverse their progress just to make absolutely sure they get the message. Yeah, and we take their lunch money. Their ship looks to be on the verge of destruction and their life signs are fading quickly. Let's see what we can rescue here. Hey, we got another crewmate. Yes! Yes, 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 yes! Good. Good, 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 good. That seems to be really important. Despite your efforts, the majority do not survive. That's a little bit less fortunate. The sole survivor offers to join your crew and helps you strip the now derelict ship of useful components. Hey, we get a missile and we get a little bit of cash. That's about as much as I could ask for, really. You receive a message from a small refugee convoy. Hail, we'd like to help you on your mission, but don't have much to offer. If you have extra metal, perhaps we could work on your ship. What you got? They offer to upgrade your piloting system in exchange for some scrap. Ours is maxed out, unfortunately. So, as much as I'd love to take them up on that offer, it's no good. But we'll go ahead and we will upgrade our sensory system. The bird. The bird. Anyway. Oh, the nebula takes out all of our sensors. Oh, damn. It appears that an automated rebel scout was positioned within the nebula to warn of your passing. Oh, they knew what the... Oh, we gotta give them the biz as fast as possible. Hit both of their engine systems if we can. Their engines and their piloting. Shut them out, shut them out, shut them out, shut them out. We don't want them to run away. And the fact that we... Oh, he took down my laser beams. Well, alright, fine. My oxygen! You two go over here. You two go repair the oxygen. We've taken out their piloting and their other things, so they're going to have to do work to deal with that. Shields are less important. I hate to say it, but it's true. Oh no, things are on fire. Oh god, they are burninating the countryside here pretty hard. And fuck it, just feed him another missile. Good enough. The ship breaks apart and you feel relief in the knowledge that you will hopefully still be one step ahead of the fleet. Well, alright, you guys go deal with that. You two go heal up. Oh wait, there's another fire to be put out over here. There's a lot of fires what need being put out over around this place, so that's not great. Alright, everybody, Oh, medbay is only a 3-unit, thing, huh? I didn't realize that. Well. Alright, now you go and patrol the other end of the ship and make sure that we are all safe elsewhere. In order to make sure that we're good to go. I want to get out of this sector as fast as possible. This lack of sensory equipment is some shit. You arrive in the middle of a plasma storm. Despite the harsh conditions, a rebel scout seems to be waiting for you. Oh my god, really? Really? We got one of these jackasses here? Alright, disable engines. Power the shields. You two get in there. And let's make sure these guys have as bad of a time as possible. They don't have active shields, but in that case, redirect targeting to drones. Let's just shut as much of their shit down as we possibly can here. And in fact, for that matter, we are just going to keep shooting straight at something that has already been damaged. Please don't kill us. We'll give you everything we have. Fine. Get out of here, you guys. I can't say as I'm happy about it, but okay. Why was my oxygen off? It must be because of the, well, this problem. Can I at least raise this up to have one more bar worth of power? No, I'm hard capped there. Oof. Alright, get me out of the plasma storm, please. Please, 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 please. The center of a hydrogen cloud doesn't seem like a very usual place for a store, but the Engi aren't a usual species. Let's take a look. Well, I don't have much money, so a lot of good most of this shit's gonna do me, but hey. Do some repairs. Alright, update everything, and make a break for the exit. I'm done with this place. This sucked. This was a bad idea. I'd rather take the pirate-controlled area than go to another purple zone, which hurts me a little bit. If the reports are true, this area has been under the control of pirates for quite some time. Some traders still attempt to trade with the few settlements that remain, but they do so at great risk. I mean, yeah, that definitely sounds like the case. Let's go check some distress beacons. This seems like a good way to get our asses kicked because we're in the middle of a pirate zone here. But hey, help, our shields are down. Yeah, we'll take the 1 hull damage. And we'll take a nice trade there, and... you know what? Actually, you two go to Medbay, and Roper, you go deal with the problems with the pump. At least until one of you is done healing up. So Butters, go in there and finish things off. Yeah, I know my oxygen is low. It's because we basically seem to have blocked it with our O2 pump. That was a really stupid idea. Not quite the most, like, maniac level thing we've ever done, but, I mean, it definitely feels a little bit like it. Okay, let's dump some upgrade into our shield meter here. Unfortunately, we're not allowed to use that until we have all 4 bars. But we'll get there. We gotta get into some fun. Oh, we're in a rock zone here. A pirate ship was lying in wait inside this asteroid field. That's a choice you guys engaged in. I almost admire it. If you guys weren't a bunch of dirty pirates. And not even the cool kind of pirates, right? Our hull's land. It's lower, but it's not that much lower. Alright, now send one guy over there. Unfortunately, we did not take out the shields, or if we did, they've got someone there already, so... We're considerably more well-armed than I would have thought. We surrender. Alright, yeah, by all means, guys. Alright, Karis, come in here and help repair the shield. Alright, now Roper, get back over there. As now I have to sit here, do all of this, take their shit, become the pirates. I mean, unfortunately, I don't have a boarding mechanism because I haven't seen one for sale for a while. And by for a while, I mean on a previous run. So, yeah. I'm skipping out on that asteroid field. Instead, we're going to upgrade to 2 shield meters. And yeah, now we've got 2 layers of shield. That should help us out quite a bit. You know what? I'm feeling a little bit saucy here. Let's go check out this distress beacon. Yeah, let's head down to the surface. Oh, we've got a slug in our... Is that what Roper is? A slug? Fair enough. Find a man living alone in a cave. From the appearance of his wrecked ship, it seems he's been here for many years. He looks healthy, but his mental state is questionable. Sir, allow me to assess his mental state. You bring the ship closer, and the slug, after a pause, says that the person is stable and with good intentions. You offer a position in your crew, and it is... Yo! We've got 5 crew members! That's pretty good, all considered. As you jump into the system, a pirate advances on your position. They're refusing all hails. Prepare for a fight. Oh, I'm ready for a fight. I hope they are too. Shorelac. Fantastic name. They've got an anti-personnel drone. That's interesting. So, if we were to attempt to board them, they'd have a robot fighting on their side too. In addition to Steven, Jorlak, and Atreyu. Oh, or pause. Whoops. Thought I unpaused. So this game is, it's pretty interesting how, like, sort of turn-based it is. Oh, they're trying to bail. We're not going to give them the satisfaction if we can. They send you a message. Your ship is surprisingly well equipped. Please take this and let us live. Nah. They were about to die from another laser beam anyway, so... Unfortunately, we mostly get more scrap metal out the deal, but I mean, scrap metal is just, hey, upgrade your ship. So, we did take those guys' shit, actually. Or about as close as you can get to that anyway. We're going to upgrade our... we're gonna start upgrading the capacity of our weapons control. I'm hoping that sometime soon we'll be able to get another gun. That would help us out a little bit. I knew someone would fall into our Yeah, they ambushed us. That's just kind of how you... That's just a thing you start to expect a little bit. And... They are hostile to us, of course. Their class is a pirate bomber. Well, don't get under them, I guess. Oh, their missile went through our shields a little bit. Boo. Oh, that game... Yeah. I don't know where the concept of faster than light travel exists in terms of, like, how physically reasonable it's considered right now. Right, you win. I'd probably rather have the scrap, but I do need a good supply of missiles. So we'll take that. And it's time to bail. We're getting to Sector 4. Hooray! We actually got out of Sector... We actually got past Sector 3 this time. Yay! Abandoned space station circles a lonely planet. A quick check yields schematics for a drone. Excellent. And we also get some scrap. That's pretty good. Okay, so that limitation on weapons seems like it will probably carry us for at least until we get another weapon. Animaniacs episode where they talk to Einstein. I don't remember that one. Well, I guess there's a lot of Animaniacs that I don't really super well. I remember, like, fingerprints, and that's about it. You arrive at the beacon and find yourself dangerously close to a star. An automated rebel ship impervious to the heat is in to engage. Oh, they... He goes, oh, that was fast. Alright. First things first, we want to shoot their guns. And we want to wreck them. And our oxygen pump is currently having a bit of a... has a big hole in it. So that's not great. Alright, now shoot their piloting. Yeah, solar flare imminent. Ouchie. On fire. Not great. Chipping. Yeah. Hooray! Get a nice chunk of change there, and get me the F out of here. It's not a good place to be sitting stalled, and sell 5 missiles for... I mean... Yeah, there's a black market hub here. Receive a message. These are dangerous times. If you have extra military grade explosives, it'll make it even more dangerous. We'll gladly pay you for it. Here. Have 5 missiles and give me some free scrap metal. That'll let us have a little bit more energy for weapons that we don't actually have yet, but Maybe we'll get some sometime soon if we're able to find a place with that. Oh yeah, this is a, here, have 5 missiles, and they repair our hull by 10. So we're hurting a little bit on missiles, but, you know, maybe this drone is worth some cash. Base station here has a traveling merchant who shows you his wares. Have you got any weapons? You've got a burst laser Mark III. Firepower 4, jeez crow. That is a bad, nasty, nasty boy. Tip, for every 1 point of ion damage, 1 power bar is removed from the target system, and it is then locked for 5 seconds, preventing repowering. If an ion weapon hits shields, this damage is automatically applied to the shield. Yeah, so unfortunately, we cannot pick up... Definitely not going to be able to pick up that burst. And we're not going to be able to support it either, but... yeah, I will... sell that. I may invest in drones later, but for the time being, I don't have drone equipment, so I'm not really, like, that bothered by it. So, we're just gonna book it onto the next sector here, and it's in a nebula again. Get me the hell out of Dodge here. And hey, there's another unidentified civilian sector. Oh yeah, this is oh no, that's further up. This one is controlled by the Zoltan. Yes. Yo, I got an achievement for that, and we unlocked the NG Cruiser, so we've unlocked our first ship. You're far from Federation home space here in Zoltan territory, and it's not clear whether the authorities will have any goodwill remaining. Still, you have to push forward. Congratulations, by making it to the 5th sector, you've unlocked the NG playable ship for future playthroughs. Nice. Yeah, we've got a lot of... goods going on here, so... yeah. This nebula turns out to be the hiding place of a terrified rock crew taking refuge from the Zoltan border police. They don't seem prepared to risk your leaving with their coordinates and open fire. Ah, they're mad at us. Well... damn. I'd ask what we ever did to them, but, they're not here to listen to that kind of bullshit, so... let's take them to task. You guys go over there. It looks like they only breezed our shielding system there. Unfortunately, we really didn't do shit to them either, so that's not making me super happy, but hey. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Go over there. I should be able to just open it and let out the fire that way. It sounds kind of stupid, but honestly, it's probably even dumber than that. I'm not juggling this management as well as I should, probably. Oh, they resist our missiles, apparently. Which is an interesting sentiment, I think. Now, I really do kind of want to observe things a little here. Our rocket are taking a bit of a hit. Oh, I thought I was paused. There we go. The rock ship hails. Enough! We were told aliens were a threat to our ways, and you have proved as much. Take this and leave us in peace. Well, I feel much nicer than leaving you all in pieces today, so... Take your money. Although I really could use... a glance at the window. Clouds and silence. Clouds? 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 Stumble upon some Zoltan military vessels engaging in combat training. Their energy shields are impressive, but you note how quickly beam and ion weaponry take them down. Good to know. By your engine power level. To actually buy some of them now and pump up our engine. Ah, hell. There's the shop that we were hoping to have money for, but I done screwed up. Oh well. A Mantis crew here has hunkered down in the abdomen of a long-dead space whale. Awesome! The only way, presumably, for them to operate their black market trade without detection. Worth a look? Yeah, let's take a peek. I mean, I don't have money for anything here, but... I'll take one missile. I kinda wish I had a little bit more cash, but they don't even have any guns for us, so... Ultimately, it doesn't matter too much. Let's just move on and try to get out of this sector scathed as little more as possible. The AI of a nearby small rebel scout using the threat and engages. Well... Always with the fucking AI, man. OpenAI is bleeding so much money that apparently it's starting to make RAM possibly get cheaper. Which is something that I'm hopeful is, like, actually legitimate. Not just a severe overstatement by people on the internet. There. That, and who is all together. Here, let's just take down their shields again. This is a big part of why I wanted to be able to afford more weaponry. It's just because this stuff is kind of annoying. I'd rather deal with these guys faster, and we're spending missiles we're spending them hand over fist here, and we'd like to do a little bit less of that if we're able to. Anyway, their guns are down, and their shield is back up, which is a bit of a shame, but just aim at the thing that we know is damaged in order to try and get another hit in. Hey, we shot their drone though. That was fun. Alright, we got some scrap. We got a missile. It's good. And we got a drone part, which matters a little bit less. But do that. 1 second. Okay, hi. I'm back. I closed the window because we've got severe thunderstorms in the area. And probably a bad idea to have the window open during that. You know. Not a great idea. By 2 pirate ships lurking in the nebula here, they remain unaware of your presence. Able to get your scanners to at least identify their cargo. One is carrying the fuel supplies, the other the ammunition. They begin to drift away from each other in the storm. Here the ammunition. Jet toward the pirate ship. The pirate with the ammunition engage. Hopefully you can leave the ship in one piece. Oh, goody. We are in a position of having this be a problem. I guess we'll put 1 meter on. And put on both of our guns. It looks like there's somebody boarding our engine room here. So, fire a rocket to their shields. Try to take that out as fast as possible. Go and heal up the weapons area. Not that we need that much, I don't think, but let's do it anyway. And try to shoot at their teleporter. Just in case they are sending any more boarders in here. Our hull's getting a little low. Try to shoot at their shields. Oh, they hit medbay. Fix that as soon as possible. I mean, I don't think I need it right now, but... definitely will need it in the long run, so... let's do things this way, alright? Fix shields. It's a slow and gross little plink battle because I don't want to spend more missiles right now. That's a good way for us to get caught with our pants down in that regard. Oh, the oxygen. Not good. That needs to be fixed as soon as possible. And we've taken down their ship. Ship obliterated. Only scant ammunition crates can be scavenged from the wreckage before the ion storm clears, and you have to jump away. Well, that's okay. I probably should have skipped out on the fight anyway, but yeah. Take the long-range beacon and head over to this civilian sector. It's looking safe, hopefully. Oh, God, I don't like this layout. Because all of that exit is just out in the purple area there. That's not great. If I have to do fights in another ion storm, I'm gonna have a bad time. You discover an abandoned mining station on a nearby moon. Quick scan shows no life forms. However, you discover a usable drone schematic. I'm fumbling over my words horribly. I apologize. Oh, we're out of fuel. Let's toggle on our distress beacon. And just kind of hope for the best here. Oh, I think I have to click to wait then. I A ship responding to your distress moves in. Unfortunately, it turns out to be an automated rebel scout. It immediately reverses thrust after scanning your ship. Well, it is currently trying to escape. We're gonna see if we can't stop it from doing that. I mean, truth be told, I probably should throw a missile out there, which I will. And we miss anyway, so that sucked. Everybody go to shields, except for you. You know what? Send a different pilot over there. And they got us. That attack drone does a lot of damage, apparently. Well, one last explosion marks your fate as your ship is torn apart. Ooh, yeah. Well, we do, however... I'm going to take another shot here because we did unlock a new ship, the NG Cruiser Type A. The Taurus, as it's called here. As we get a slightly different crew, we get 2 NGs and a human. And our ship layout is a little bit different, and we even start with a drone system. Interesting. Alright, let's see what we can do here. Fortunately, we are starting out in an ion cloud, so that's not the nicest thing, but we can get out of that pretty easily. Nearby planet shows signs of habitation and great beauty. Rudimentary automated planetary defense system is looping its message into space. Warning, quarantine level 5 in effect under FHA Act 22, Article 11.2. Warning, etc. Yeah, so don't fuck with that, obviously. Seems like a bad idea to try to deal with that. It's an ambush. Alright, let's fire our ion blaster at that thing. Okay, so it doesn't appear that we can actually specifically target places with the attack drone. Actually, no, the human can remain in piloting. And we send the 2 robots over there to do that stuff. All right. The pirate ship was torn to pieces. Ship explodes. Yeah. Give me the stuff. And... right. Jump, not that one. Go check out a store. You guys got any weaponry for us? H2, they've just got drones. Well, we could buy another combat drone. Well, we can't actually. We don't have money for it. Teleporter or cloaking device. I'll pass on any of that stuff. Thanks, though, I guess, for, something. I don't know. You arrive to find a number of ships convening around a station. Yeah. What do you guys want? Yeah, we can't do that. Well, that's okay. Just go to the next sector. Hey, free stuff. Yeah, we're just here to move forward anyway, so... Zoltan patrol their borders, but let you pass when you ID as Federation. Let's hope they won't be so courteous to the rebels. Yes, indeed. Let's go check on this distress beacon. Hail the refugees. As you hail the refugee ship, a Zoltan ship suddenly jumps into the system. It claims the refugees are criminals and accuses you of escorting fugitives. Before you can respond, it cuts communications and powers up its weapons. And these Zoltan guys seem like real dicks. Alright, so let's try to stun their shields. Their weapons. Fortunately, their shield is back online. Ah, my drone got stunned by an ion shot, I guess. It's out of commission for several turns. And our engines are as well, but that's not really a huge deal, considering. Alright, we gotta target the shields. And they are down. Excellent. Alright, contact the refugee ship. They thank us for our assistance. As a gesture of goodwill and seeing how effectively you dispatch the enemy ship, they offer up what supplies they can spare. Thanks, guys. Well, we probably are not making a whole lot of friends out here with the Zoltans, but that's okay. That's just kind of how it goes sometimes. There are some mineral-rich asteroids here that the Zoltan have left idle, but you've none of the necessary equipment to mine them. Oh, well. I'm not sure if we would ever be able to have that, to be honest with you. Quite curious about that now, actually. Ah, shit, we're in an asteroid field. And we got a Zoltan guard here. By attempting to access these closed mining fields, you're in violation of the Natural Mineral Protection Act. Your weaponry will be confiscated for processing. You don't have time for this. Yeah, no kidding. Alright. Try to disable their shields. Shields are disabled, but we'll hit them again anyway. Thankfully, our attack drone was doing some serious business there. Unfortunately, it did get set on fire, so... Yep. Get some bits here, and... Oh, wait, no, it's our actual drone facility there that's on fire. Yeah, 0% engines. That's because we are currently all... there's no pilot there, you know? Hey, he just generated basically automatically. And our human over there. Does our medbay cover our entire ship or something? No, it doesn't seem like it. Like an apartment complex in space. Eh. I mean, yeah, you look at it, it's a bit of a floor plan looking thing. Come to think of it. Jump into a calmer part of the nebula. However, your relief fades as a rebel scout jumps to the beacon and moves in to attack. Aim at the piloting system, I guess. Got that off. I mean, meanwhile, this drone is going to make short work of this thing. It is doing a lot of the business just automatically. Alright, we take their money and we leave. Oh, hey, look, it's another one. This drone isn't looking for you. Perhaps it's scouting ahead for Rebel expansion, or maybe they're seeking to use this nebula for cover. Regardless, it identifies you as hostile. Of course it does. Well, activate our combat drone. And go try to shut their weapons off if we're able. Yeah, their weapons are down. I don't even need to use the ion cannon anymore. I could, however, do with getting an actual weapon at some point. Here, take 3 of them. This time I actually need the drone parts that I have, so... Yeah, and we enter another Zoltan-controlled area here. Well... just hope they don't end up being too much of jerks. Jump just in time to witness a Zoltan ship's FTL drive overload. In its final moments, their captain implores you not to get involved, but it's too late. Their attacker is already upon you. Ah, the pirates. Enemy ship appears to be powering up its FTL. It's trying to escape. No, we're not happy with that. We're gonna try to stun both of those parts. They offer you some of their cargo if you let them live. No. Not interested. I'd rather have the money. There's the stress beacon. You arrive to find a lumbering Zoltan freighter with no one at the helm. It's a mystery what happened to the crew, but it'd be a shame to let the opportunity go to waste. Yep, thank you. Take that money gladly. Oh, geez, we got boarded immediately. There are a few more zealous in their customs checks than the Zoltan. A team of border police beam on board. There's just a little confusion over your weapons licenses, but things escalate rapidly from heated discussion to gunfire. Alright, I'm prepping my stuff here. And of course, there's all 4 of them are in one place here. They're all convening on our weapons systems here. Let's see if we can't hurt them at least a good chunk here. Unfortunately, they did also take down our oxygen systems. That is something we cannot be having. Meanwhile, let's go ahead and all ambush this one guy if we can. Oh, there's 2 of them now. We really haven't dealt with any of them yet. Because they're all traveling as a fucking group, man. Guys, target... No, we're just dead. Yeah, and they completely murdered us. That was absurd. We got steamrolled at that point. Well, that was kind of rough, but that is approximately, a little less than really, 3 hours of FTL, Faster Than Light. It's a pretty neat game. But oh my goodness, does it seem to be very hard, and there is a lot to account for. I was starting to get a little bit of the knack in terms of like juggling things a little better. But man, if you want to succeed at this one, you've got to spend a lot of time like really picking at learning how to play this, it feels like. Again, though, pretty cool. I appreciate it for that.